Hello and welcome. My name is Debbie J, and I'm attempting to bring you some of the beautiful outside, beautiful green, bringing in nature. You can hear the birds with a perfectly imperfect video. My first video about why I'm starting a movement, why everything else in my life right now is going to be put on the side pretty much. Well, except it's not. Because of this movement. And why might you care? Like, what is it? And why might you care? And I'm going to start with the latter. Why might you care? And this lighting is going to be perfectly imperfect. And we're going to let go of needing it perfect because the message is more important than the messenger. Why might you care? This is a movement about a skill that we didn't even know it's a skill. And when we learn it without having to add anything to our to-do list, it's not going to, once you learn the skill, you won't even need to ever hang around me again. You can just like go off and have fun with it. I know it sounds crazy at first, really crazy, but it's super easy to learn and it's life changing and it doesn't add anything to do to your to-do list. And it's a skill. We didn't even know it was a skill. It's actually like a superpower. It's that huge. So that's why I'm starting this movement. So maybe like me, I'm curious. Maybe recently you've been like, shit, something's going on. Oh my God, I'm fucking exhausted. I just want things to get back to normal. That right there is our inner intuitive intel speaking to us. If we notice it, we can, it may not sound like that. In fact, it probably won't have those exact words for you. And a reaction might be, well, there's nothing we can do about it. It's all right. Just whatever. Just, move on with it. There's nothing we can do about it. So the skill we're looking at related to that, for example, is noticing. That's a skill. We're noticing our reactions. What's automatic? Can you feel? I don't know if you can feel anything. I feel in a pit in my stomach when I started talking about that. Like, oh, that's interesting. So I'm noticing that. I'm noticing that automatic reaction. I didn't choose to have that pit in my stomach. I didn't choose to start getting sweaty palms. It started happening. Automatic reaction, not my conscious choice. So I'm noticing that. Like, oh, interesting. That's the reaction my body had when I started speaking about something just feels weird. I don't really get what's going on. I just want things to get back to normal, like it's summer. That right there, noticing my reaction to those thoughts coming in my head automatically. I'm not choosing those thoughts. I'm noticing my reaction. It's giving me information. And when we notice without adding anything to our to-do list, unless we want to, because eventually in time, you might want to, because it actually becomes like this little game. We start noticing our patterns at play. Like, oh, there it is again. Oh, there it is again. Oh, there it is again. Isn't that interesting? Like, no, that's not interesting. I'm like, didn't know I was like, I don't like that. Oh, interesting. And we can start to notice it changes everything. And that's how we get to know our inner intuitive intel. Our inner intuitive, meaning not of a, like a necessarily physical, more from inside intel, inner intuitive intel, or inner intuitive intelligence. It's an intelligence. When we can learn to notice the patterns, notice the meanings, notice the meanings we're making, notice that there's actually other meanings that could be made. So anyway, it's a lot to take in. So just start to take in. Are you curious? Is there a part of you going, I have no idea what the hell she's talking about, but that's kind of weird, but I kind of want to know more. Interesting. Notice what you notice. Or was it something like, whatever. I don't know what she's talking about. This is weird. I don't like your lighting. I'm done. Like, okay, awesome noticing. That's information. And you can start to notice the patterns with people, with places, with what you watch, with the variety of what you watch. I think my next video is going to be the brilliance in your binges. That are binges. Raising my hand. That's going to be my next one. I'm going to do that next. So anyway, if you're curious, nothing to do other than start to notice. Like, oh, look at what happens. Look at what I said automatically. Look at me flipping off that officer, that unmarked officer, while I was driving down I-30 or I-35E in St. Paul. Like, I didn't do that consciously. Think, oh, there's an unmarked police car. I'm going to flip it off. No, automatic, just like that. Isn't that interesting? Noticing creates a space for something different next time. That urge to lift that finger, I noticed it. I didn't do it as much. I still happen, but I don't do it nearly as much. Over time, took years. Once I start to notice, the time condenses. It's magical. Notice what you notice. It's an invitation, a life-changing invitation. No pressure, only if it feels fun and interesting and curious. Have a wonderful rest of your day, no matter what you notice. Bye. And celebrating everything you notice. Celebrating it all. All right. Have a great day. Bye.